The Old Town Fair always rolled in with the autumn chill, bringing with it the familiar scent of popcorn and burnt sugar. But this year, something was different. Tucked away between the Ferris wheel and the haunted house was a small, unassuming puppet theater. No one saw it arrive. There were no signs, no flashy banners, just a faded velvet curtain and an eerie silence that hung heavy in the air. The puppet master was a ghost, a phantom figure who never showed his face. The only sign of life was the puppets themselves, marionettes with porcelain faces and unsettlingly bright, glowing red eyes. The first show began as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, distorted shadows across the fairgrounds. The puppets danced on their strings, their movements jerky and unnatural, telling strange, nonsensical stories that made little sense. But the children loved it. Their laughter echoed through the evening, a cascade of innocent joy. Little Sarah, with her pigtails and a missing front tooth, laughed the loudest when a clown puppet stumbled and fell. The next day, when the show began anew, a new puppet was on stage. It had pigtails, a gap-toothed smile, and Sarah's favorite blue dress. Its eyes glowed a menacing red. Sarah herself was nowhere to be found. Then there was Ben, a boy known for his ear-splitting screams on the roller coasters. During a tense moment in the puppet show, when a wolf puppet cornered a lamb, Ben let out a shriek that startled everyone. The next performance featured a new puppet with Ben's wild curly hair and his signature striped t-shirt. The real Ben had vanished from the fair. One by one, the children who laughed too hard or screamed too loud were replaced by silent, stringed effigies on the stage. Panic began to bubble beneath the surface of the festive atmosphere. Parents started holding their children a little tighter, their eyes darting nervously towards the mysterious puppet theater. But one boy, Tommy, wasn't scared. He was curious. Tommy was a quiet kid, thoughtful and observant. He watched the shows with a furrowed brow, noticing the eerie resemblances. He clutched his beloved stuffed turtle, a gift from his grandmother, and decided he had to know the truth. That night, after the final show, when the crowds had thinned and the fair was winding down, Tommy crept back to the silent stage. The red-eyed puppets hung limp and lifeless, their painted smiles looking more like grimaces in the dim light. His heart pounded in his chest as he reached for the edge of the heavy velvet curtain. It felt cold to the touch. With a deep breath, he pulled it aside, peering into the darkness behind the stage. What he saw made his blood run cold. It wasn't a puppet master. It wasn't a workshop filled with wood and paint. Instead, hanging from rows and rows of hooks were dozens of tiny puppets. They weren't made of wood or porcelain. They were real children, shrunk down to the size of dolls, their eyes wide with unspeakable terror. Among them, he saw Sarah and Ben, and all the others. They were motionless, trapped, their chests rising and falling in a shallow, puppet-like rhythm. Tommy stumbled back, a silent scream caught in his throat. The empty hooks at the end of the row seemed to be waiting patiently for the next child who dared to make a sound. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this creepy tale, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chills. Let me know in the comments what you think happened to Tommy. Stay safe and see you in the next video.